U.S. Marines didn't rely on a single sidearm. They carried what worked in heat, salt, and close combat. These are the sidearms Marines actually carried in World War II. Let's begin with standard Marine service sidearms. Colt M1911, adopted before the war and retained by Marine units. Chambered in .45 ACP for close-range stopping power. Favored for reliability under harsh conditions. Widely seen across Pacific Island campaigns. Colt M1911A1, improved wartime version of the original design. Better grip safety and trigger profile. Issued extensively to Marine infantry. Became the dominant Marine sidearm by mid-war. Smith & Wesson Victory model. Supplied during wartime shortages. Simple double-action revolver design. Issued to Marines in support and guard roles. Reliable even with minimal maintenance. Colt, new service, .45. Large frame revolver firing, .45 caliber rounds. Older design retained from earlier service. Issued where pistols were unavailable. Heavy, but powerful at close range. Colt Official Police, .38. Commercial revolver adapted for military use. Chambered in .38 caliber. Issued to Marines in non-infantry roles. Valued for durability and simplicity. Smith & Wesson Military and Police, .38. Widely produced American revolver. Easy transition for troops trained on revolvers. Issued during periods of pistol shortage. Common in rear and security units. Smith & Wesson .45 hand ejector. Heavy revolver firing, .45 ACP. Issued in limited numbers to Marines. Strong stopping power but slower reloads. Mostly seen outside frontline infantry. Now to officer and senior NCO sidearms. Colt government model. Commercial version of the M1911 design. Privately purchased by Marine officers. Identical handling to service pistols. Common personal sidearm early in the war. Colt Commander. Predecessor commercial models. Earlier commercial Colt pistols used privately. Carried by officers before standard issue. Not formally adopted by the Corps. Seen mainly in early deployments. Colt Pocket Positive. Smaller revolver used as a backup weapon. Easier to carry in non-combat roles. Limited stopping power. Used primarily by officers. Colt Police Positive Special. Improved version of the Pocket Positive. Chambered in stronger calibers. Privately carried by senior personnel. Never standard issue. Smith & Wesson model. 1905. Pre-war revolver still in circulation. Issued from existing stocks. Reliable but outdated. Seen mostly in rear areas. Smith & Wesson model. 1917. Legacy revolver from World War I. Chambered in .45 ACP using moon clips. Issued when supplies were tight. Heavy, but effective. Colt Model 1903 Pocket Hammerless. Compact semi-automatic pistol. Privately owned by Marine officers. Easy to conceal and carry. Limited combat effectiveness. Next, Amphibious Assault Sidearms. Colt M1911A1. Parkerized finish. Parkerized finish resisted corrosion. Better suited for saltwater landings. Issued for Pacific operations. Highly trusted by Marines. Smith & Wesson Victory model, .38-200. Configured for British, .38-200 cartridge. Used when ammunition was available. Issued during supply shortages. Simple and rugged design. Colt New Service, .38. Alternate caliber version of the new service. Issued based on ammunition availability. Heavy, but dependable. Seen in limited numbers. Smith & Wesson model, 1917, .45. Large revolver firing, .45 ACP. Issued during high demand periods. Strong recoil, but effective. Used mainly by support Marines. High standard, HDM. Integrally suppressed, .22 pistol. Used by Marine Raiders and OSS-linked units. Designed for silent operations. Extremely specialized role. High standard HD. Semi-automatic, .22 pistol. Used for training and limited field roles. Lightweight and accurate. Not intended for combat. High standard HDB. Improved variant of the HD series. Better sights and handling. Issued mainly for instruction. Rarely carried into combat. Now to specialist and support role sidearms. Colt Woodsman. Popular .22 semi-automatic pistol. Used for marksmanship training. Low recoil and high accuracy. Common at Marine training bases. Smith & Wesson Model 22. Training revolver based on service designs. Used to conserve combat ammunition. Issued to Marine training units. Never intended for combat. Smith & Wesson Model 18. Target grade training revolver. Highly accurate. Used by instructors and trainees. Strictly non-combat. Smith & Wesson Model 34. Small frame .22 revolver. Easy for new recruits to handle. Issued at stateside facilities. Rare outside training. Harrington & Richardson Model 999. Break action .22 revolver. Used for basic marksmanship instruction. Simple and durable. Limited military documentation. Ithaca M1911A1. Produced by Ithaca during WWII. Issued alongside other contractor pistols. Fully interchangeable parts. Saw service with Marine units. Remington Rand M1911A1. Largest producer of M1911A1 pistols. Issued across U.S. forces. Widely carried by Marines. Reliable mass production sidearm. Finally, late war and Pacific emergency sidearms. Union Switch and Signal M1911A1. Limited production wartime pistol. High manufacturing quality. Issued in small numbers. Rare, but fully serviceable. Singer M1911A1. Extremely limited production run. Originally intended for training. Some entered service channels. One of the rarest M1911A1s.